To become a captain or flight attendant in China, you have to go through a rigorous selection process. Therefore, in the minds of Chinese people, professions such as flight attendant and pilot are associated with decent work, high salaries, and outstanding appearance. In the general environment of the overall deterioration of the Chinese economy, these once-envied professions have also caused unpaid wage problems. Even more astonishing, pilots and flight attendants have to do delivery or run street stalls to survive. On November 30th, 2024, a reporter from the Chinese media Qi Lu Evening News interviewed a pilot from Joy Air under the alias Li Wei. Unexpectedly, Li shared his experience, which was that for the past year and a half, he mainly relied on delivering takeout food to make a living. Li Wei said Joy Air defaulted on its workers' wages for 3 years. At present, the wages owed to me personally total more than $14,000, including a basic salary of more than $7,000 to $8,000, as well as unpaid provident fund and social insurance contributions. He also revealed that many Joy Air employees, including flight crews, cabin crew, ground crew, and administrative staff, are also owed wages, and many of his colleagues are unable to meet the most basic of living expenses. Everyone has thought of ways to make a living, such as doing delivery, ride-hailing, and street vending. Li revealed that in the past few days, that is, at the end of November 2024, Joy Air has only 3 planes flying daily, which is insufficient. Li Wei said that the last time he flew was in 2021. Since he has not flown for so long, his aircraft type aptitude qualification has expired. What's more surprising is that Li Wei said the company gave everyone holiday gifts, which made him and his colleagues feel strange. The company has money to buy gifts, but it can't pay wages. Mr. Chen, a Joy Air pilot in his 50s, told Chinese media Shaoxiang Morning Herald that he has not been paid for more than 9 months, and his pension fund has not been paid for 3 years. He has been charged a lot of money on his credit card and is worried that if he cannot pay it back, he will be sued and have to sell his apartment. No pay for 9 months? You have to earn money to live hand to mouth, right? Then you have no choice but to drive ride-hailing or deliver takeouts. Another pilot chatted online and he was asked, "Oh my God, how can you live if you can't fly?" He replied, "All the labor jobs such as Didi ride-hailing or food delivery, as well as domestic helper, apartment sales, or fixing the heating, etc. This is the real life of an unpaid pilot." According to the introduction on its official website, Joy Air is an aviation company based in Xi'an, founded in 2008. It has 25 Mk-60 aircraft and 5 Boeing 737-800s with over 1,000 employees. Ms. Wang, an employee of Joy Air, told the media that salaries are now paid only every few months or every 6 months, and there were still some differences among employees. Long-term employees have been owed wages for a longer time. Since 2020, the company has been intermittently paying wages either every 2 months or every 3 months. At that time, both hourly and basic salaries were paid. But in 2021, the company began defaulting on hourly wages. She explained that the hourly wages of flight attendants and pilots are divided according to their ranks, and hourly wages make up the majority of their wages. When hourly wages are in arrears, it means that the salaries have been significantly reduced. In the video, a Joy Air customer service representative still passes the buck when responding to outside inquiries. According to the informant, Joy Air has been in arrears with hourly wages for 20 months. "I'm sorry, we can't give you a specific answer. We will report the situation you mentioned to the relevant department. If they have any questions, they will contact you." In September 2024, Ms. Wang received a base salary of $137.50. Her October salary has not yet been paid. Wang pointed out that the company has not paid wages while giving everyone new uniforms, buying 2 new VIP cars, and opening a VIP lounge at the airport. She believes that the company's actions make the workers feel very strange. The company is not paying wages to the workers, but has money to do other things. An employee with the last name Lee said some employees who flew many times were owed wages of $270,000 to $410,000 US, and captains were owed about $140,000 US. Now, almost all of Joy Air's employees are owed wages. This chat screenshot shows Joy Air now has only 3 737s and 2 Mk-60s. Each pilot is owed hundreds of thousands of dollars, and flight attendants are owed more than $14,000. An employee surnamed Wang added that it's very difficult to leave this company and find another job because if the pilots or flight attendants want to leave, they will never get paid, their social insurance contributions will be stopped, and then they will have to repay the company for the uniform and training fees. According to Chinese media reports, Joy Air issued a document promising to compensate workers for 2 months' wages each month starting in July 2024. However, the company reneged on its promise, only paid a one-time $275 to each employee, and has not paid any more since then. As a result, the pilots went on strike, and the workers defending their rights have also filed complaints with the Labor Inspectorate. This letter expresses dissatisfaction from the workers. It says, "Everyone can understand that the company is unable to pay the workers' wages because it's in trouble and has no money. However, the company has fewer and fewer Boeing airplanes since 2024. It has already been reduced from 5 to 3, and it's expected to be reduced to 2 after the change of season. The airline has no planes, which gives us no hope." The airline's investment and corporate leaders continue to chant slogans, telling everyone to hold on. How can we hold on? Joy Airlines not only owed wages to its ordinary employees, but also to its leadership. In 2023, Li Hongliang, who had served as party secretary and secretary of the disciplinary committee of Joy Airlines, also demanded a total of $14,878 of the bonuses from the company for the period from 2019 to 2020. The court ruled that the company should pay Li Hongliang $8,266. The employees have taken action against Joy Airlines' long-standing wage arrears. On June 28, 2024, an appeal letter signed by the pilots and addressed to the company circulated online. The screenshot of the text ends with the words, "The fact that we have come to this point shows that the current situation of unpaid wages is at the end of our pilot's rope. In the context of the long-term non-payment of wages and the condition of the employees, the operation safety of this airline should be a concern." A family member of the company's pilots posted information online that they have also approached the company's management to request a response to the issue, but have not received any attention from Joy Air, Xi'an Aviation Investment, and the Northwest Civil Aviation Administration of China. That is to say, their appeals have received no response. They believe this is a typical omission. The psychological pressure on pilots and other employees is now very high, which is not conducive to ensuring flight safety. This also raises the concerns of whether these pilots who have been owed wages for a long time and are forced to work will have an air accident out of dissatisfaction. Chinese netizens hotly discuss the issue, saying, "Oh dear, I have to fly less lately." Wasn't the China Eastern Yunnan Airlines incident on March 21, 2022 a suicide of a co-pilot? It's scary. On March 21, 2022, Yunnan Airlines Flight 5735, a division of China Eastern Airlines, crashed. The Boeing 737 passenger plane carrying 132 people suddenly dropped almost vertically while flying at an altitude of 8,900 meters and crashed in Feng County, Wuzhou City, Guangxi Province. The Chinese Communist Party described the accident as very complex and extremely rare. Some people pointed out other problems. The issues with pilots and flight attendants are apparent, but the hidden problems are even more frightening, namely maintenance. The implication is that due to the lack of money, it's difficult for Joy Air to ensure the maintenance of the aircraft, which also affects flight safety and the lives of passengers. Personally, I would not dare to fly with Joy Air because our pilots and flight attendants have not been paid for so long. I read the announcement from the news in July saying that the employees would be paid starting in July, but it was only paid once and then stopped. If you can't guarantee the basic salary of your employees, then as a passenger, I have every reason to be concerned about whether the pilots can concentrate on their work. According to Tianyan Cha, a Chinese data service company with a vast repository of Chinese enterprise information, Joy Air has been sued by a large number of employees, with 217 related court cases, of which more than 120 are labor disputes. On August 23, 2024, a court in Changchun City ruled that Joy Air had failed to fulfill the payment obligation stipulated by the effective legal instrument within the time limit specified in the enforcement notice, and that the court decided to take consumption restriction measures against Joy Air and its legal representative Peng Shibing. It seems that Boss Peng can't even fly first class in his own plane. This is what a blogger thinks.
然而飞行员都出去
The pilots are all out working in delivery jobs, and the flight attendants are all out on the street at stands selling. Last week, I talked about an airline that owed its pilots more than a year's salary. A lot of people said I was talking nonsense. How could that be possible? Look, it was reported by the state media, and it's become a hot topic. As you can imagine, we used to think that pilots made about $140,000 a year, and flight attendants made at least tens of thousands of dollars a year. That was a good deal, and now it's all gone. It's really a case of wealth changing. People used to have a good time, but now it's probably gone. No one can guarantee a career or wealth.
30年合同30年何其说不清楚
In fact, it's not just Joy Air. In the third quarter of 2024, the net profits of Air China, China Eastern Airlines, China Southern Airlines, Junyao Airlines, and Spring Airlines all declined. China Eastern Airlines and China Southern Airlines have already recorded losses in their one-time net profits in the first 3 quarters of 2024. It can be seen that China's aviation industry is now experiencing a harsh winter. In this regard, an Air China employee with the pseudonym Chen Fan revealed that the Sino-US trade war and the CCP's lockdown during the 3-year pandemic have severely affected China's aviation industry. After the lockdown was lifted, the international route business has yet to recover. The losses of Air China, China Eastern Airlines, and China Southern Airlines, the 3 major state-owned airlines in China, have all been covered by the Chinese government. However, Hainan Airlines, the 4th largest airline in China, has been secretly laying off employees, and many employees have been forced to resign. Chen Fan said, "Regardless of the size of the airline, they are all losing money. Many airlines cannot pay their employees, but this has not been reported. The airline workers are having a hard time. The company wants to lay them off without compensation, so they use a particularly despicable tactic. Find fault with the staff and try to get them to quit." Chen Fan said that the CCP is promoting xenophobic sentiments to divert attention from its own failures. In 2024, a number of Japanese and American citizens were stabbed in China, making foreigners wary of traveling to China. Even the CCP Foreign Ministry's new policy to expand the visa-free scheme has not helped. Chen pointed out, "Now, international passenger traffic of China is at the level which is about 12% of pre-trade war and pre-pandemic. The Chinese Communist Party has lifted visa restrictions for many countries, but still no one wants to come to China." In July 2024, an HNA employee using the pseudonym Wu Qiming revealed to overseas Chinese media that airlines' revenue comes mainly from international routes. Domestic routes can only maintain basic normal operations which are not profitable. Even now, there have been few international routes, only a few sporadic ones, only 1 or 2 flights a week. Because nowadays, especially in Western European countries, foreigners don't come to the mainland anymore. Wu analyzed, "Foreigners who go to the mainland are closely watched and monitored by China's Public Security Department, including where they live and where they go. People are psychologically unwilling to come back to this disgusting place because this place is not in a state of modern civilization." Wu Qiming said that because of the lack of passengers, a large number of China Airlines planes are sitting on the tarmac with high maintenance and repair expenses. Many airlines are planning layoffs. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a message, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.